What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Illazillaz in the building. How's it going, guys? Oh, those little punches are really, really strong, man. No, appreciate you guys coming on the channel. If you guys haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know, whenever we post, you can also become a superstar VIP. Get all the perks of that program by hitting the join button underneath the video. But we're not going to talk too much about that today. We got great guest in the building, and obviously a lot of buzz around the Illazillaz last couple of days, and we're here to kind of clear the air, kind of talk about the project, future plans, and all that good stuff. So how you guys doing today? And maybe you wanted to intro yourself a little bit.
Yeah, we're doing good. TNES over here.
I'm Sean. SGS also too, yeah.
So we got TNES. If you don't know, he's an artist, the designer behind the brand, right? Yep. And he's got a great profile. If you go check it out, really, really cool work. I mean, your decon work was one of my favorites that I seen at the show. So I went for that drop, and I didn't go for all of them. So that's something that shows that it's in my lane. It was my style. I ended up landing the one with the tree sticking out of his head, the Groundzilla, I think they called it on decon. Yeah. So that one was really cool. I still have it. I never sold that off. You also got a Twitter page here if you guys want to go and follow the Illazillaz. They're doing a bunch of great stuff, and they've got a future in the Web3 space. So you definitely want to go check that out because they've got a lot of collaborations and they've got a lot of things coming up. So definitely go check them out on Twitter. And then in Veve, obviously we have their collection. This is the Veve app on the web platform. They sold out their drop, which is great. We all know the water element, one of the most scarce items on the Veve platform, which I think was a mistake, but it is what it is. But very, very limited items and limited pieces here. That's one of the things that really drew me to your collection as well. I like that I was one of few that was able to obtain it because it's something that's like a showpiece for me. And as you can see, I ended up picking up the Woodzilla, and also I had the Earth element. So I eventually, if I can get to that Waterzilla price, I think I'll buy the entire set. But for now, I got the two. The other one thing I want to show is you have a new project coming out on the Opensea, and this is something that obviously there's been a lot of talk about. But I've seen you guys have done great PR in your Discord. I think now is a great time to explain maybe to the YouTube fam and other people who are watching this. A lot of people who watch this, or most people who watch this, are Veve fam, so they'll want to hear about it. And I really enjoyed your answer, and maybe it's best heard from you guys directly. So why don't you guys talk about what's going on with the Opensea project? Is it the exact same as Veve's project? People see the visual here, but I think there's more to it than that, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think we want to open up first by just mentioning that, like, I think everything kind of got out of hand a little bit. And I would say, like, we've always had great things to say about Veve. I've said from the get-go that it was an honor for us to be on the platform because, prior to that, like, the Illazillaz was shelved from like 2008, 2009. So, it brought back a new fan base, and it's something that we've always been wanting to get back into, and the timing just presented itself, and it was perfect. So, I mean, shout out to Corey, Alex, like they helped get us in touch with each other. So, I mean, we've been going back and forth, and like I said, it's just kind of got a little bit twisted. And we did get paid. We got everything. Everything's like perfectly fine. We didn't get our NFTs yet, but that's the only thing. But they're helping us out with that. So yeah, to just get that like out of the way, like it kind of got blown out of proportion, and I feel like it went from like us dropping our collection on Opensea to kind of like we don't like Veve or so, it just got all weird.
So let's clear the air on the first point here about you guys receiving the NFTs. I guess you guys are owed a certain amount of NFTs in your contract. You guys have reached out to Veve, obviously, and I'm assuming they gave you a date that you would receive your NFTs by, and that date hasn't come yet, I'm assuming?
No, there wasn't a date listed. So, we understand. I mean, we own multiple businesses and we get busy. So it's like we totally understand how it is. And, we're not we're not making a fuss about it because we just know that everybody's busy, and it'll come when it comes,
Yeah. Okay. So then why don't we talk about next your new project that's coming out on the Opensea. Obviously, we love your Veve stuff. Like I said, really scarce items on the app. A lot of people are really into collecting scarce items and for me, I think it was a no-brainer. But anyway, let's talk about your Elements drop. And it looks like they're very similar characters, but why don't you explain the differences between this and the Veve drop?
Yeah, so it's the same characters, but it's not the same thing, you know. Like obviously, Veve has their own technology, and our drop is actually it's a MOV file, so it's like a video with custom music on it, and that's pretty much what it is. It's more of like an art piece, you know. So it's really we really needed to control the narrative of it because we have like big stories for these guys. And it just can't end on Veve.
Yeah.
You know, like if we had the ability to do more things, then obviously we would. And it's not like we haven't tried. So
yeah.
I just think, go ahead.
Sorry, speaking towards that, then I guess you guys have done your deal with Veve. I don't know if it's directly through Veve or if you got to go through Decon to get into the Veve program. Is that how it works? Or is it something like Veve reach out to you? Like who reaches out to who when that happens?
I believe it's more, so it was definitely a Decon collaboration, and it looks like the licensing kind of went through them, but we've already, you know, we've met with Corey and we've exchanged words, so it's like he's definitely trying to help the artist more.
That's cool. Yeah, so I mean, the great thing here is that I think what you guys are doing on Opensea might bring more value towards the NFTs on Veve because you're kind of creating a story around these characters. And like you said, it's not the same thing. It's not a 3D collectible it's a 3D collectible. It's not a 3D statue. It's more of a video with music and custom graphics or whatever, right? So it's almost like if you were to have anything Disney related, for example, you get a statue, or you get like they have lenticular cards on Veve. You know what I mean? Like you're getting more of a story built around these characters, which I think is something that only benefits the holders on Veve because now they're becoming a little bit more prominent. There's more things for people to understand about them instead of it just being an art piece. Now you're actually giving it some other life by having other storylines to tie it to. So if people start to see them on the Opensea and then they hear, oh, I can actually get that 3D in AR on Veve, then now you have a little bit more sought after of an item rather than people not being able to find it elsewhere and then coming through and just seeing it on Veve and saying, oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know. There's nothing to tie it to, nothing to see in the real world other than what's on Veve. So I think what you guys are doing is great for the project. And I'm assuming you're going to have a bunch of advertising for both of your collections on your website and on your Twitter and whatever, this way that everybody knows how to find them, right?
Yeah. I mean, you want to add something? Okay. Yeah, no, exactly what you said. I mean, that's the way that we see it. You know, it's like, if anything, it complements it. And it really, the storyline is going to expand. And when that does, then like, it's going to be a fun ride, you know, like we just want everybody to know like the type of people that we are. We're like really good people. I mean, we're so transparent, you know, like we don't have anything covering our faces. You know what I mean? It's like, this is us. And you can like literally just Google us and look at everything we do. You know, I mean, I'm sure the people that have met us in person, they would have something really good to say about us because I mean, that's kind of like what we do, you know. Events is a big part of what we do, and whenever we have people that show up at our events or you know, that meet us in person, like we're so appreciative because without the people, it's like we're nothing, you know. So
no, and that's cool. I mean, it's cool to actually be able to have one of the artists from the platform on the channel. Like you guys reached out, which is awesome. Like, I mean, you're trying to integrate with the community, which I think is underrated. I don't think people realize like actually getting some of your time. You guys are busy people. Look at that setup. You guys are in like a beautiful studio over there. You got all this work behind you that you guys are working on. You guys are doing the Opensea now. You're doing all of this great advertising and you're working with a lot of collaborations I've seen from your website. Before I get into that, I want to ask you if there's ever been any thought about utility with your Veve collectibles and doing any of that. I saw something in your Discord post where you mentioned that Veve would be the ones who would have to figure out who owns what or ownership. Have you ever made that? Have you ever reached out to Veve to maybe talk about doing something to bring a little bit more eyes onto your collection on Veve in terms of utility, or is it something that you haven't gotten to yet?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, if we could get them in front of us or have like a creative type of meeting, we have so many ideas, you know. It's just like, it's literally what we do. Like we're creating things like on a daily basis. Yeah. So we would love that opportunity.
So you would love to provide some kind of utility to the holders on your Veve app. I mean, maybe if they have the whole set or something like that, in terms of maybe airdrops or something. I don't know what you say you're creative. Obviously, you're the artist, and you got all these ideas floating around. I'm not going to make you spoil anything, but it's something that you would be willing to do if Veve were to present the opportunity for your collection, I guess.
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool. No, that's cool. I think a lot of people would be happy to hear that. So that's great to hear as well. So why don't we pull up your Elements project here again one more time, and then maybe you can go through a little bit of the utility that this project has. And like you mentioned, it's not the exact same project. It's not 3D statues. It's different types of collectibles, guys. So definitely it's going to help the Veve side of things out, because people are going to be recognizing the characters because there's more of them out there for people to look at, right? So I think it's really important to keep clarifying that for the fan here. But why don't you talk about this? Maybe Sean or whoever wants to talk about the utility here.
Yeah, sorry. I think we'll just let TNES talk. I'm not
okay, TNES, you got it. But I see some big names here. That's why I want to hear about it, right?
Yeah,
sure, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what we can do. We're utilizing our other resources from like I mentioned before, the other businesses and the other things that we have under our belt. And it's really everything that we do. We try to incorporate the people that's around us, the people that we work with. It's just always been like that since day one. So if I could kind of just go back to the utility part with Veve, one of the main reasons why we're going on Opensea is because we get to see who's actually holding it, and then that'll really give us the opportunity to do airdrops and whatnot. So we're also trying to think out of the box, and it's like, how do we even verify who has what on Veve so that we can give them something? So there's a few people that can actually vouch for us and say that when they showed up to our IRL events, like we hooked them up, So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you're willing to do this type of stuff, and obviously, it's something that you're willing to do because we see it here, and you've got partnerships with businesses, you've got partnerships with DJ Cubert, like that's massive. These are big names in the space. I see Easy Mill here. I'm very big fan of Easy Mill, so very cool to see that. Manila Gray, you got the arcade bar over here. Shout out Veve Arcade as well. I see him in the chat. You guys have been over on that channel a couple times, so. I mean, it's awesome to see when artists are willing to do some types of collabs and utility. And I think it's good because you guys might bring up some type of utility that maybe people at Veve's team haven't even thought of, or come up with different creative ways to have utility for holding these NFTs. Now, I mean, it's obviously hard for you to guarantee who's holding these items, but I think there could always be that discussion where you say, everybody who's holding this Veve, can you freeze it on this date or this time? I know they've had some issues with their airdrops in the past, but I think once it's smooth and it's clear and everything is cool, I think you guys coming in with your ideas. I know you got this stuff here, and you guys, this is your stuff, your own stuff. But I mean, for the people on Veve who are big supporters of you as well, I think it would be really, really fun for them to have some type of utility if it could get worked out. So, what do you think? Should we drop a surprise here or something?
Yeah.
So guys, you see in the middle of the screen here, right? You see Easy Mill. I'm gonna pull up some things here before I even talk about it. But he's a big deal, all right? He's got 784,000 on YouTube, all right? He is he's on Twitter as well if you want to check him out. But he's obviously giving Illazillaz a nice shout out here. He's been at the Clippers games, it looks like. He's a big. Oh, I don't have that on the right screen. He's been at the Clippers games here. You can see him in his pictures here. And then also his Instagram. He's a big deal. He's got a label and all that stuff. So here's his merch page on Virgin Music. And the other thing that we got to talk about is here's the man himself right now. How's it going, Easy Mill? How's it going, buddy?
What's up, yo? Dun, dun,
oh,
dun, dun, yeah.
So there it is. How you doing, man? Why don't you let the people know about you? Maybe people who haven't heard about you.
Doing good. I'm Easy Mill. I'm a rapper from the Philippines, Olongapo City, born 2200. You know, and I'm just doing my thing. And Illazillaz, see, I know them since TNES and connection through everything like that. And like when I was just duking it out like by myself and hustling, and they was there to help me out with like, because their work ethic, it was something that like I looked up to, being able to go to their workspace and see like this is possible out here, you know. And that was like something that like really made me gravitate towards them, and just being able to do something with them, and like, you know, putting out even an NFT like never been done for me, and they gave me that chance. So, you know, yeah.
No, that's dope. It's cool to hear like other creators helping other creators out and working together and to help build the brand. I mean, this is a huge collab for you guys at Illazillaz. So congratulations for having Easy Mill help support you guys. Why don't you talk about the utility from your drop? Obviously, there's limited to 44 NFTs for the /Zilla. Why don't you guys talk about what comes with that if they do go and purchase that?
So this /Zilla is based on Slashy or Slashmouth, because in terms of like the Easy Mill universe, basically Slashmouth is like the protagonist within like the layer of stories that's within the songs. So it was just the main pick that I had for the, like, you know, the character to do a Zilla on. And basically what's gonna happen is, for the animated music video that's gonna happen, anybody who gets the NFT can get a copy of like the manga script of Rapture before it even comes out.
Yeah,
Because I'm still hard at work on the script. It's like, it's yeah.
We got people waiting for anime on Veve. I mean, so like this is you guys are in before that, so that's dope, man. That is dope. So no, I mean, congrats, guys. That's awesome that you guys are doing this, and you've got a bunch of other ones, right, TNES? For all these other utilities. It's all unique to each one, right? To each partnership.
Yep.
So you guys definitely got to go check out the website and take a look at this. Obviously, when's it dropping? Why don't you give them all the details on that?
It drops next week on January 25th, which is also my 21st birthday. Yeah, 24 more years on that, though.
Oh, your 45th birthday. No, not bad.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I'm assuming, Easy, yours are gonna have some of your bars on it, or what? Or is it a surprise?
I guess, yeah. Look, Lizzie, y'all should just come through. You know,
yeah.
The 25th, man, is gonna be a big day for TNES and everybody that's connected with this, and I'm just excited to be there as well with everyone, and just, you know, having fun.
Are you involved in any other NFTs? Like, have you ever purchased NFTs, anything like that? So this is your first time being involved?
It's my first time being involved ever.
So what do you think of it? Like, what do you think of the entire like Web3, like buying something that's digital and having ownership?
I'm for it because like just going, like, you know, through life, and me not having too much technology at a young age, it was more so like seeing how everything's just progressing to the point where, like, you know, like technology and like the internet, and how like things are also owned in this certain way, and like seeing how it like expands and like just grows for other people who love, like, you know, the communities that are also being built, like, you know, online. And it's something that, like, you know, I just been wanting to get involved in, just never had the chance to, and I'm just happy they gave me the chance. And like, you know, just keep on with, you know, I'm just so happy just this existing right here, you know. And then for people to own it, being able to own it for them as well online is just something, because, you know, it's special to me.
You're gonna have to have it
they brought Slashy to life in this little block form, and I'm like, man,
you gotta have them posting up in the background some of your videos or something, like as Easter egg, right? They just haven't hiding notes in the back.
Before the video, but I was thinking somewhere to put it, but like, yeah, nah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, like I said, you guys are doing amazing stuff. And TNES, I mean, I'm glad to see that you guys are continuing in the NFT space. Obviously, you also have physical statues that you produce. Is there a reason why you decided to start exploring in the NFT place?
Yeah, I think it was just kind of meant to be honest. I mean, we've always wanted to figure out how to expand the things that we do. And the timing was so perfect, Sean's already been in the industry, so it's just, it's time, it's really time to get me to do what I've always wanted to do.
So you guys believe that this is the future, like of like everyone talks about, like this is the next internet, like you had the internet as Web 2 or whatever. Now Web 3 is going to be maybe immersive, like VR, like Ready Player One type of stuff, or AR, like overlays. What do you see the future of digital collecting? How do you see it? As easy, what do you think?
Man, that like just being the fact that, like, the immersion and what like the possibilities might even be, like, for that factor. Like I see, like when like TNES opened up the idea of me having an NFT with Slashy, like I saw this little guy in like a video game somewhere, like in my head, like he's just walking there, like, with a scary ass voice, but it's just a little black, like it was just like that idea popped into my head, and it was like, yeah. Like I see that happening in the future.
If I remember, one of your first, I think it was IDK, or I don't know. I think you had some overlays in that music video, right?
Yeah,
so,
man. And it was just like editing it. So like to think that, like, it's going further into that realm, and like the 3D too is.
Imagine someone pops on some goggles,
right?
Imagine someone pops on some goggles. They can watch one of your music videos, and there's all these special effects that pop out. Or they come to one of your concerts or something like that, and you have like something set up where things are geo-referenced, and then you can like pop them out of the stage or something, like digitally, but you have to be wearing the glass. Then you got your shark or the TNES's sculpture, they're popping out of the stage and then like going and chasing people around or something. Like these are the possibilities of the future of Web 3, right? So I'm glad to have you on board.
You got a hologram thing over there, bro. That's just down the line. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, and you're gonna have this guy here is gonna be making a lot of it happen with his creativeness and his artwork. So really, really cool to see you guys in the space and working towards the future and continuing to do it, right? Because you didn't just stop on Veve, you brought out a new collection, and we hope that there will be more than just this collection, and it will continue, and you continue the storyline, you bring on new characters and new collaborations. We see that you're well connected, obviously, from this latest drop that you're doing on the 25th. So I think that's really cool that you have those ties, and hopefully people realize like the potential of this stuff. And we keep bringing it, because like we got superstars like Easy Mill in the house that can be utilizing this once he becomes like all over the world. I mean,
don't mind me.
No.
Like,
but if anybody's seen
me,
you singing, they wouldn't say that. And the artwork, you got the perfect artist, like the perfect collab, right? So it's fantastic. But yeah, look at that. I seen a bunch of questions in the comments, but I know that you've done your piece with Veve. Obviously, I believe that's brought you some publicity, some marketing, and a lot of people are, like I said, are really in love with your stuff. I've met a couple of them actually when we were at Decon, and they were showing off some of the physicals that they bought from you there, like one of 11s or something. So really, really cool, scarce stuff. Is there any, like, would you be open to having future drops with Veve, or would you think that moving forward, just doing your own thing? Because now that you see, like, now that Veve can see what you're capable of, your partnerships, the type of people, like you got great people like Easy in the building that you could work with, like, would you be willing to do something where it's like kind of a package deal, where it's like you and some type of utility that Easy comes with, and you throw that up on like Veve as a drop, and then that's publicity for you too, right? Because you got a lot of people in this space over there, which I think will help show off your name. And then obviously by association, Easy gets his name out there too.
Right. Yeah, definitely. We would love to. Like we've already had it planned from the get-go.
Yeah.
And we love our Veve community, man. Like, shout out to Guri, Waffle. There's just a lot of Veve Arcade. Like, man, everybody's been everybody's been super cool. And we're definitely looking forward to doing something with them again, for sure. Like,
okay,
we know the power of it,
I hope that they see this. Like, I hope that they're watch this at some point, or somebody from the team sees it, and they see like what you're capable of. They see that you're willing to do these creative things, because this is what the community wants. Like I do videos on this every day. You guys might not know that, but every single day we're talking about Veve, we're talking about Web3, and we read the pulse of the community. They want to see this utility. They want to see that something that they hold does something for them in the future, or just like gives them some more than what they just bought. Like it's not just a digital picture, it's something more than that, and they can have a connection, even if it's a connection to like someone like Easy or DJ Cuber or any of these places like Cultivate LV or Emporium Arcade. Like just having something that ties to it, it's something they can go show their friends and say like, look what I got here, this lets me do this lets me listen to this song, this gives me early access to an album. Like that type of deal I think is really big, and if you're able to be one of the innovators in the space and bring that to life, I think that's a big deal for you, because it would be like, you know what I mean? You'd be changing the game up, because right now we got a little bit of airdrops. We got some digital, some physical things coming through if you own something, but like these types of utilities, what the Veve fan been begging for. So you're doing it on the Opensea, which is great. I hope it goes really successfully and everybody sells it out and goes and looks at it, because some of these are, I don't know if that, let me pull it up again, because you got some great artworks here, especially for these ones that people haven't seen before, like the Cuber one. The seal there is amazing, and I just love how you tied the theme to whatever the partner was, right? Like we were /Zilla, we already heard from Easy about, like he had input in that, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, he sketched it out and we made it happen 3D. So yeah.
That's amazing. So I love like the arcade. It's just you're really, really talented, really unique, and you have the mind behind you to
that
move the
arcade
space
one
forward.
is dope as heck. Like
Right?
even the stick too.
Yeah. I can't wait to see like the actual videos with the music, right?
Play that. No, we'll play that one right now. The arcade one. We'll preview.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. No. Yeah, play it. Show them. So we guys.
Okay, let me make you big here. Hold
Also,
on.
so you guys know what it is that's dropping.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull this down so we can get you big screen. Oh.
Okay, let's see. Is that hold on. You might
Yeah,
have
go
to-
closer.
No, it doesn't autofocus. Okay, let's just see.
Yo, that's fire, man. That is
Also
fire.
beats.
Original.
Yeah, original beats. You know, it's different. It's
No.
not,
It's unique. Even the screen was turning on and off on it, right? So that's cool. But yeah, guys, like even the ones that you've seen on Veve, they're gonna get their little characteristics, their little different. Like they're gonna build out that story. Only good things for your collectibles that are on Veve. This is completely different type of NFT, so don't get it twisted. They look like they're the same by the promo marketing, but as you saw there, you got an example of what that NFT is going to be. It's not like you're moving it around in AR on Veve or whatever. It's its own thing. It's going to be on the Opensea, and you're going to get utility with it, which is really, really dope. And it drops on the 25th, and it's backed by some big names, and they're boys. Like you can see, they got great camaraderie. They're helping each other. Like Easy's helping design his own one right there. So they got input from the people that they're collabing with, which is like dope. So definitely go support them.
It's important.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, and definitely go check out this guy's music, please go check him out. I mean, go follow him, go sub them. This guy,
Yes,
amazing,
Duality
amazing
out
artist.
right now. My sophomore album, Duality, spelled with a 4 and a 7, the A and the T. Just go stream it right now. Music videos out on my channel. Whatever you want, dive into this easy verse, I guess.
Yeah, guys. He can. I've never seen someone rap this fast. I'm telling you. Go check it out. It's amazing, and it's really, really a big pleasure and an honor of mine to have both you guys on. And Sean, you as well over there. You do a lot of work in the background. I know that you've been helping out a lot on the socials and doing all that great stuff and advertising for TNES over there. So definitely a voice behind the name, and it's great to see you guys here and talking about everything and clearing the air, because you guys don't have anything to hide, right? So definitely great chat over here. So definitely go follow TNES and on Illazillaz, and obviously Easy Mill. And guys, thank you guys so much for coming through. It's been a pleasure.
We really appreciate. We love all you Veve fans.
I hope that you guys can get something else going, like, because you guys prove that you can do the utility stuff. So I hope it goes through and Veve gets in contact with you after seeing this, because I think it's dope. All right, guys.
Thank you,
guys. Thank you guys for coming to watch, and we will see you in the next one. I love you.
thanks.
Bye.